Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football. The roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Tonight, Week 6 matchup for you between the Dallas Cowboys and the Arizona Cardinals. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Right to the air. Here's Murray. And his first look is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Murray going to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So 2 incompletions have led him to an early 3rd and 10. Here's Murray. Throwing middle.
Come on! Come on! Come on! Fuck you, Bob!
A Cardinal first down on a gain of
Get no fucking more.
Did you see that the way that I did?
Fuck.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
Fuck that dude. Playing the wrong one.
He came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run for the first time to James Conner. And that goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. The Cardinals have over 5, just a slow start to the year. And they come in pretty desperate here for a win.
And think about this too, partner. We have not heard the dreaded vote of confidence yet from management. So when a team's 0-5, everyone starts wondering about their jobs. Will they still have one? That's coaches.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Neville Gallimore powering his way in and burying him.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Back to throw.
Thank you.
Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Following the interception, here's Prescott. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Baker with a pick. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive. Here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of a game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them.
Trying to fit it in the hole. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They start on the ground with Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try to break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Second down, Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ferguson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Elliott. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Well, that was big right there, because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And they're up there, incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. it's third down.
With the dime work on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll toss this out right for Connor. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Murray now. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 43. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Again, he finds more. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
Murray now on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Murray a give. This is Connor. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. To throw is Murray. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
4th down, Murray off, and the Cards field goal unit and Matt Prater out there now. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Prater's kick is good, and the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing, Prescott. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Prescott. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On the return, Dortch. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Cardinals are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Murray now to throw. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Connor up the middle. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Oh, 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength. Prater for the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And Prescott, his third interception. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Jabril Cox there on the tackle.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Forward.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Connor going to get it again on second down. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up third and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Here's Murray. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback because everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
They're going for it. It's Murray. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Off the play fake, Prescott. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Prescott now from the 50. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. Here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
Here comes George on the...
Now a hit and a loose football. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Nick Needham picks it off. And the Cardinals are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And some room to work. There's a nice move. And all the way down to the 26. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So all of a sudden with that run, maybe now a chance for points here.
It's a total mind shift, isn't it? Because what you were saying before was, hey, let's just get out of here, get the half over with. Instead, we can get some points now.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Touchdown! Rondale Moore in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cards will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes our score 17-0. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On second down, Elliott.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Prescott to throw on fourth. And now here's another interception. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Well, here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Prescott on first down. And he's got his now a loose football. The ball comes out. And the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Guys wanted to get back in this game. They needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
Well, it reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I took.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
first down throw for Prescott.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. Third quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming.
To the air again, Prescott. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Prescott.
Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And he will have a Cowboys first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
First down, Prescott.
And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And again, it's Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
From the red zone now, Prescott.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. This will be caught at about the 5.
And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Now Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try.
46.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the 44, Murray. Ertz has it left side. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, a give to Connor. 106 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Murray's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Murray now on 1st down. This will be caught once again by Brown.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Connor. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Again, a run with Connor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Here's Murray. On the slant, DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. Prater for the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. On 1st and 10, Prescott.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 2nd and 10, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They'll throw again. Prescott.
Finding Elliott for the catch on the out route. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Second down at 7.
To throw is Prescott. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Prescott yet again. And the ball is knocked out. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a 1st down.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Prescott now. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
A three-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Prescott. Escaping the pressure right.
And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Here we go, 46.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
They'll try and throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Murray. And my goodness, another interception.
Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's the defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
following the interception. Here's Prescott. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Prescott to throw it. And now here is another interception. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cards are going to get it back here just past the 35. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't it?
Murray fighting, lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Now Connor on the toss left side. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Murray to throw. Fighting to stay upright. Towards the end zone for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. Now, I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Cards, it'll be a much happier locker room here as they get that first win after 5 straight losses to start the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.
boys, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
I'm whipping and track out with messed up suspension. I drove it so fast that I blew out the engine. I kept it too real ever since the beginning. I play offensive D, I might switch my position. Lil' mama was thirsty, so I had to quench. I'ma drive real fast, cause you know I shoot quick. Just like traffic Kelsey, I be having emotions. Just like a lamb, man, you know I'm exploding. My heart cold, bad, I ain't got emotions. I'm going hard, yeah, you know I'm devoted. We running streets, yeah, you know we control it. She love the kids, she be busting it open. I'm quarterbacking like I'm Kyler Murray. Trying to win, I'm up at practice early. Going crazy, I just real Jersey. It's the first half and we done dropped 30. We just up to scoring them, boy, man. I told my boys, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
Money on my mind, head in the game. It's like I scored again, diamonds on them dance. I can hear the music playing with them bands. Crowd going wild, dived in the fans. I'm locking in on a mission, I tunnel my vision. You young, she get like me. I got your shorty, she with me. I gave her a jersey, I told her to join my team. It's best you go where it's safe. You know how I play, I get to a sack like Frank. You can teach money to fly, I turn it up hop. I catch it and go to the bank. It's crazy, I'm used to the lights, I'm shining so bright. This visor to cover my face. You see me working and working, I'm getting it done. And soon they be feeding me grapes.
I told my boys, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. They
screaming my name when I walk in the building. Yellow diamonds on me like I play for the Steelers. I'm in the field, yup, just like a Steeler. Oh, this your girl, my band had the Steeler. I hop on the beat and I float like a real. I caught a TD, yeah, right across the middle. I'm speaking facts, boy, you telling riddles. Can't hang with the gang, so we had to sit them down. I'm in LA, riding around and around. My dog just called, say he finna touch down. When I call a play, you won't hear a sound. Hold up, money calling right now. I gotta go and get it, and it don't matter how. All I know is, man, yeah, I'm 10 toes down. I keep my head high and my eyes on the prize. Yeah, my feet on the ground. Let's go. Let's go.
I told my boys, it ain't no limits. No. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. Turned up, turned down right now. Two dope mates better get around right now.
We spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat gon' have no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Bitch came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent. They sold 1 million records. Yeah, used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up.